Those talking behind your back, they're stuck behind you for a reason. People who gossip and criticize from the sidelines are typically not in the race themselves. They spend time discussing your every move because they've got nothing going on in their own life worth talking about. If they were truly ahead, they wouldn't be looking over their shoulder at you. Instead, they'd be focused on their next goal. Remember, people behind you only have one view: your success. People throwing shade at you, they're not in the light. It's easy to criticize someone who's shining, especially when you're stuck in the dark. The ones throwing shade don't have the courage to step into the spotlight themselves, so they try to dim yours. But here's the thing: their shade won't stop your shine. Keep glowing, keep growing, and leave them in the shadows where they belong. Focused on you, they're avoiding their own reflection. People who constantly analyze your life are often the ones running away from their own truth. Instead of facing their struggles, they choose to focus on yours. They dissect your actions because it's easier than taking responsibility for their inaction. It's not your job to carry their baggage. Keep moving forward while they stay stuck avoiding the mirror. Critics with no results? That says more about them than you. It's funny how the people with the least going on are the loudest when it comes to criticizing others. They'll pick apart your efforts while having nothing to show for their own. Their words are empty because they haven't walked the path you're on. Let their negativity roll off your back because their lack of results says everything you need to know. The loudest critics? Usually the ones stuck in place. When people yell the loudest, it's often to drown out the sound of their own frustration. They criticize you not because you're doing something wrong, but because they're not doing anything at all. Their noise is a distraction from their own stagnation. Keep your head down, keep working, and let their shouting fade into the background. Talking about you? It's their best distraction from their own life. People who spend their time discussing your every move are using you as a smokescreen. It's easier for them to focus on your life than to address what's missing from theirs. They're deflecting their insecurities, masking their frustrations, and avoiding their failures by making you the topic of conversation. Don't let them rent space in your mind when they're so lost in their own. Doers don't have time to hate. They're too busy winning. Successful people don't waste energy on negativity. They're focused on their next win, their next achievement, and pushing themselves to new heights. Hating takes time, and the doers of the world don't have any despair. They've traded drama for determination, and that's why they keep climbing. Keep your focus sharp and leave the hate to the sidelines. The ones who judge you, they're only revealing their own limits. Judgments are often projections. When someone criticizes you, they're usually expressing their own fears, limitations, and insecurities. They can't see past their own boundaries, so they assume you can't either. But their limits aren't your reality. Keep pushing, keep expanding, and prove that you're capable of more than they can even imagine. Those who point fingers rarely have a clean slate. People who are quick to blame others often have skeletons in their own closets. Pointing fingers is their way of avoiding accountability. They criticize to deflect from their own mistakes, hoping no one notices the cracks in their own foundation. Instead of engaging, Focus on building your own empire, because while they're busy pointing, you're progressing. They criticize your path because they're too scared to walk theirs. It's easy to judge someone else's journey when you're standing still. The critics love to weigh in on your choices, your risks, and your failures. But they're too paralyzed by fear to take the first step on their own path. You're brave for moving forward, and that bravery scares them. Keep walking. They'll still be standing there long after you've reached your destination. People waiting for you to fail? They're not moving forward themselves. Some people watch, hoping for your missteps, because it makes them feel better about standing still. They wait for your failure because it justifies their own lack of effort. But here's the truth. Even if you stumble, you're still further ahead than they'll ever be. Failure is a stepping stone to success. Standing still is a guaranteed dead end. They throw rocks while you're building a foundation. People will try to knock you down with their words, their gossip, and their negativity. But while they're busy throwing rocks, you're laying the groundwork for something bigger. Every insult they hurl is just another brick in your foundation. Let them waste their energy, because with every stone they throw, you're building something they'll never understand. Obsessed with your moves? That's because they're not making any. People who are constantly checking on your progress are often the ones stuck in neutral. They're more interested in your success because they can't create their own. Instead of moving forward, they watch you from the sidelines, hoping to catch you slip up. But while they're watching, you're working, and that's the difference between being a spectator and being a player. They talk about you because they're afraid of their own silence. People who constantly gossip and criticize others are often uncomfortable with themselves. They need the noise, the drama, and the distraction to avoid facing their own silence. Their negative chatter is a reflection of their internal turmoil. Let them talk. It only shows how much you're on their mind, while they avoid confronting what's really wrong in their own life. Haters focus on your mistakes. Winners learn from their own. The difference between a hater and a winner is perspective. Haters love to highlight your failures because they're afraid of their own. Winners, on the other hand, learn from their mistakes and grow stronger. They see setbacks as lessons, not reasons to criticize. So, let the haters focus on your stumbles. You're too busy turning them into stepping stones for success. They criticize what they can't understand and fear what they can't do. When someone judges your efforts, it's often because they're unable to comprehend your vision or achieve it themselves. Their criticism is rooted in fear and misunderstanding. They're threatened by what you're doing because it's outside their comfort zone. Keep pushing forward and let their confusion and fear be a reminder of how far ahead you really are. Your success threatens them because it shows what's possible. People who feel threatened by your achievements are usually the ones who've settled for less. Your success shines a light on their own unfulfilled potential, making them uncomfortable. They'd rather criticize than acknowledge that your progress is proof of what could be possible for them too. Keep succeeding, and let your progress be a beacon for those willing to step out of their comfort zone. The ones in the stands, they're not the ones winning the game. Observers and critics often sit on the sidelines, cheering or jeering, but never playing the game themselves. They're not experiencing the highs and lows of the journey. They're just spectators. The real victories belong to those in the arena, pushing boundaries and taking risks. So, let the sideliners watch. Your wins are for those who dare to play. Jealousy speaks loudest when ambition stays silent. When someone's envious of your achievements, it's because they've suppressed their own ambitions. Their jealousy is a loud cry for the dreams they've abandoned. Instead of being discouraged by their negativity, use it as fuel. Your ambition is what drives you forward, and their jealousy is just a sign that you're on the right track. The ones who try to pull you down, they're beneath you for a reason. People who attempt to drag you into their negativity are often stuck in a place of their own failure or insecurity. Their attempts to undermine your success are a reflection of their own inadequacies. Don't let their actions distract you. Rise above, because their efforts to pull you down only highlight how much higher you're aiming. They talk about your past because they can't touch your future. People who focus on your past mistakes or failures are often those who haven't moved past their own. They can't influence where you're going, so they cling to where you've been. Your future is bright, and their focus on yesterday only shows their inability to see your potential. Keep moving forward and let your progress outshine their criticisms. If they're gossiping about you, they're not growing themselves. Gossip is a sign of stagnation. People who spend their time discussing others are avoiding their own personal development. They're stuck in a cycle of negativity, which is why they're fixated on your life. Let their gossip be a reminder of their own lack of progress, while you continue to focus on your growth and achievements. Their criticism is fuel, and you've got a fire they can't put out. Negative comments and doubts are not setbacks. They're the fuel that powers your determination. Each criticism is a testament to your progress, showing that you're moving in a direction that others find threatening. Use their negativity as motivation to burn even brighter, proving them wrong with every success you achieve. They try to dim your light because they can't shine themselves. When people attempt to bring you down, it's often because they feel overshadowed by your brilliance. They're envious of the light you bring into the world because their own light is flickering. Don't let their attempts to dim your shine affect you. Continue to illuminate your path and let your brilliance be a testament to what's possible despite their efforts. People obsessed with your flaws? It's because they can't face their own. Those who constantly point out your mistakes are often the ones who can't confront their own shortcomings. They project their insecurities onto you, trying to feel better about their own flaws by focusing on yours. Don't be deterred by their obsession. It's just a distraction from the work they need to do on themselves. The more they hate, the higher you rise. Hatred and jealousy are often indicators of your growing success. The more you achieve, the more it bothers those who are stuck in their own mediocrity. Use their hate as a gauge for how far you've come and how much further you're going. The higher you rise, the more their negativity reveals their own insecurities. They laugh at your dreams because they've given up on theirs. When people mock your ambitions, it's a reflection of their own disillusionment. They've abandoned their own dreams, and your pursuit reminds them of what they've lost. Their laughter is a defense mechanism against their own regrets. Stay focused on your vision and let their mockery strengthen your resolve to succeed. They focus on your failures while you're focused on your next win. Critics love to dwell on your setbacks because it distracts from their own inability to achieve. They linger on your past missteps, hoping to make you feel less than you are. But while they're stuck in the past, you're moving forward, focused on what's next. Their fixation is just noise compared to your progress. If they're doubting you, that's their problem, not yours. Doubts cast by others are more about their limitations than your capabilities. Their skepticism often arises from their own fears and lack of faith. Don't let their doubts deter you. They're merely a reflection of their own failures and limitations. Your journey is about proving your potential, not validating their doubts. Their opinions don't pay your bills, so why give them your time? Opinions from those who don't contribute to your success are irrelevant. Their judgments and criticisms don't affect your financial stability or personal growth. Instead of investing energy into their opinions, focus on what truly matters: your goals, your dreams, and your progress. Their words are just noise in the grand symphony of your success. Before you go, don't forget to support us. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.